Поштовани гледачи, добар ден. Добре дојдовте уште едно издание на Politiko. Ова Politiko ќе биде малку специфично, бидејќи разговорот ќе го водиме на англиски јазик, бидејќи мојот гостин не го владее македонскиот јазик. Сакам да ви се извинам заради грешките кои што веројатно ќе ги направам, бидејќи мојот англиски не е баш на некое посебно ниво, но ќе се потрудиме сето тоа да помине во најдобар ред. Значи, мој гостин е амбасадорот на Велика Британија, Gospodinot Kristofer Ivon. Sir, thank you for being a part of my show.
Thank you very much. I'm absolutely delighted to be here on your show, so thank you for having me.
I'm so nervous because this is my first interview with the ambassador, and first interview that I'm actually talking on English, so I'm going to be very nervous, so please help me all this 1 hour. We're going to start the interview with one fantastic ad from one bread producer from UK. It shows the history of Great Britain, so I want to show it to you, and we'll comment it later. Okay, now we're going with the Hovis ad.
There you go, lad.
In the fields and in the streets, we shall never surrender.
Fantastic. I love this ad. Is this the first time you're seeing this?
That's the first time I've seen that advert, yes. I think it's wonderful because it shows so much about the history, the culture and the tradition of the United Kingdom. So I think it's very well done.
Can you, sir, explain to us what is the difference between Great Britain and United Kingdom? We always mix those two.
Well, Great Britain is part of the United Kingdom. The kingdom involves both Great Britain and Northern Ireland as well. The other term that you'll sometimes hear is British Isles, which is actually the group of islands, incredibly some 6,000 in total, including, I think, Bishop's Rock, which is the smallest island in the world, apparently. So it's a collection of islands, the British Isles, but Great Britain and United Kingdom often are used interchangeably, but technically the kingdom is Great Britain plus Northern Ireland as well.
So are you a British ambassador or United Kingdom ambassador now?
I'm the British ambassador, but I represent the United Kingdom.
It's very confusing. So if I want to go to Northern Ireland, should I go to your embassy, sir?
Because it's part of the United Kingdom, yes. So if you wanted to visit Northern Ireland, then that would be part of the United Kingdom. If you wanted to visit Ireland, of course, that is a separate independent country.
Okay, sir. So can you tell me now who rules with Great Britain? Is it a royal family basic rules, or actually the political parties are they're on power?
Well, I would see it a few ways. I think, firstly, because of the long-standing tradition of democracy in the UK, I think if you ask many people, they would say that the true power and the true mandate of what happens in the UK belongs to them, freely expressing their vote and selecting representatives to sit in the House of Commons. There are two chambers in Parliament, the House of Commons with elected members of Parliament and a House of Lords, an upper chamber in Parliament. The third ingredient to the way that Parliament works is also Her Majesty the Queen and the authority that she has. Most decisions are taken in Parliament by the two chambers, and whilst Her Majesty the Queen has a confirmatory role in terms of legislation, usually she will give her assent to legislation. So most of what you will see in terms of government operating in a parliamentary term will be through the House of Lords and often through the House of Commons. There is an executive branch of government as well, and the executive branch of government is taken by those parties or party that can form a majority following a general election, and they will take the executive operational decisions of running government affairs. Though I would say, whilst people talk about Westminster style of democracy or Westminster style of government, there's been a great deal of devolution. So Scotland has its own parliament and Wales has its own National Assembly, and there's a similar body in Northern Ireland. So there's been a great decentralisation of lots of areas of government, with only a few which remain subject to decisions made centrally, like foreign affairs, for example, is still very much determined by the Westminster government, and also defence and large areas of public expenditure and taxation are still made centrally, but the vast majority have been decentralised.
When I was preparing for this show, I was trying to find how many nations are a part of Great Britain, and I just find out new ethnic group for me I never heard before. It's a Cornish.
Cornish.
So they are in Cornwall. It's southwest?
Southwest England, yes.
So is it some way Great Britain some kind of Yugoslavia that we had before? You remember, do you know about something about Yugoslavia? It was actually a country with many nations. Is the Great Britain something like that?
I think it's incredibly diverse, incredibly diverse. I think that reflects the history of Britain and the fact that Britain was invaded centuries ago, Romans, and in fact William the Conqueror from France. That's part of it, but also a lot of people have wanted to live and work in the United Kingdom. And over several decades, I think that has created an incredibly mixed, incredibly vibrant society. And if you walk around London, for example, you'll be immediately struck by the richness of the population.
Can I tell you the joke that I heard on BBC when I was living in the UK? There was a very nice joke. I hope you will like it. One journalist is asking one old guy about London. What did he think about London? He say, "No, nobody speaks English there. A lot of races. I feel like I'm not in England." And he say, "Well, when was the last time you went to London?" He say, 1922.
1922.
So basically, London was like that long time before. It was always capital of the world. But can we repeat the ethnic groups that consist Great Britain? Can we repeat once more all of them?
Well, people are able to determine their own ethnicity. It's a question of personal choice.
How many nations are there? Can we number them? Can we tell them which are they? Can we list them? It's a Wales, then Cornish, Scots,